Welcome. Welcome to my live Ask a Mystic podcast, where we tackle some of your deeper spiritual questions and do live readings as well. Let's see how everyone's doing. I wanted to, while you're getting a chance to get your notifications, to just kind of let you know that while super chats are always welcome, it does not guarantee that I will answer your question. I don't have bias towards things, just whatever I see first happens to be what I answer. So you can ask personal, you can ask general, you can ask for a reading. You can ask for specific things that come in with the exception of deceased loved ones. Or you can just see who shows up because I am a channel, so beings will show up. You could do all those sort of things. You can also ask for deeper spiritual truth about something that you're curious about. Go really deep and ask some spiritual development questions as well. That's something you can do if you want. So I'm probably not going to be doing a Zoom masterclass this month. So I thought that I would give the time to you instead, because this is just something that I enjoy doing. But I did want to give you a chance to talk about this month's theme. I am doing a theme called Interviewing the Galactic Rebels. So everyone thinks, for example, that in the Pleiades star system that everything is wonderful, but there are some rebels there. And you need to know the light and shadow side of each of the galactic beings. So we're covering some of the more popular star systems and galactic races like Pleiadians, Sirians, etc. And we're going to look at the light and shadow side and interview some of the rebels. We're going to cover the light side of the Alpha Draconi, the light side of the Beta Draconi, the dark side of the Pleiadians, etc., etc. That's kind of the theme. So if you're into my work with the galactics, it's a really good idea to come to these channelings and classes. That all that's linked up if you want to get that. It's for as little as $13 a month. You can get that on patreon.com/Pamela Aaralyn. The link is above. Enough of that. Just put that out there. How's everyone's Labor Day doing? Are you having a really good day? I hope you're off and you're not working today. Hey, April. April, it's good to see you too. Let's see what's going on. Accepting questions for live psychic readings, with the exception of mediumship. I don't do that here. I like to get that a different space. Also doing any of your deeper spiritual development questions as well. Anything like that that's been on your mind, the energies of the month, anything. You can ask for a general energy surrounding whatever your contracts are. What are your soul sacred contracts is a powerful question. So when I don't do my master classes, I didn't really have one. I was just telling my team this morning, I'm like, I don't have one this month. So we're going to give this to YouTube instead and see how it goes. Granted, I'm grateful for you continuing to subscribe, like, and share, because without that, it's hard to have the support to do that if the algorithm isn't working for us. But right now it is. So here is my time. You have a mystic and you can ask her anything you want, with the exception of death questions, like when is someone going to die? Yeah, people do ask that. And with the exception of mediumship, like into deceased loved ones. Anything else you can ask me, and any deep spiritual questions. Okay, this one, Stimage L. I saw yours first, so I'm going to do that. And for those of you coming in, super chats are welcome, not necessary, and don't grant you any priority, with the exception of whatever I see first, I take, and I see them first. It's only not a guarantee. It's just I have bad vision. I'm using 3 different decks today. I'm using Earth Magic by Stephen D. Farmer. I'm using a Barbara Moore deck called Earth Oracle. I might pull out the Tree Oracle, the Celtic Tree Oracle today if someone suggests it. And I'm also using a new one, a Lana Fairchild Rumi Oracle, which was a gift. And I've been playing around because I feel like different decks hold different energies through me. Do you guys experience that in channeling? And then it brings in different beings. The Rumi Oracle's been fun. I've been playing with that one for just a few days. Let's see, general message for Stimugel. Okay. I'm going to pull from both my Karma deck and my Dharma deck here, not going with the flow. When you get, for those of you who don't know this, when you get a card right side up, that's the Dharma for Oracle readings. And when they're upside down, that is the karmic effect going on in your current path and your soul contracts and in your life. Yours came out this way, trying to be too much in control, fear-based stuff coming up, getting a deeper understanding. See, these came out side by side, Karma card, Dharma card. So the guide that's coming through is saying you need a deeper understanding of work and what you're choosing. And the shadow side of work and how it's looking right now is not really playing well with you, but it is helping you understand what you don't want. Fun play. Fun play. Yeah, that sounds painful. Let's see what else we got from people here in chat today. Hey, Corey. Hi, Dem. Hi, Lamont from STL. Where's that? Hi, Karen. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. That's so beautiful. This one says, a love child I gave up for adoption in 1969 has found me. Is the reconnection between us a destined one? I'm going to use the Rumi Oracle deck on this one because it brings about deeper guidance, and I'm already feeling the Mary Magdalene energy coming through for you. This whole chance at deeper mother connection. Let's see what it says here. What Mary Magdalene wants to say for your karmic effect and the dharmic effect for this. The human gift. Oh my goodness. Healing the pain. What a beautiful gift right now coming about. Healing the shadows between you. Beyond death and life. This is coming up as well. Beyond the grief and the loss with the child. There's like either a death or a deep grief surrounding your child. And it's not about death of your former relationship or you not being there. That's not what it's about. Like that child has lost someone else and is hurting right now and needs you now. So this was the perfect timing. And then we get the whirling goddess. I think about whirling dervishes when I think about the energy just moving between you and healing so many things coming up. So you need to be there for your child right now. How can I connect with my soul guides and guides to figure out what my path is? Well, my mystical answer here, an answer from a mystic is don't depend upon spirit guides to figure out who you are. Ask your soul. Grace is what does that. Grace is what does that. I'm going to pull a purpose card for you, right? This is for Victoria Melo. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so the lover and the beloved. What's blocking you with grief from a twin flame right now? It didn't come up in the karmic effect, but you are tapping in. I pulled the sacred phoenix heart. So you are tapping in through the module of love itself. Make your life holy in terms of divine feminine ritual is what I'm hearing. And don't worry about the guides, because guides come in and you expect like to get names and personalities. And when you're not really hearing or seeing and you're not clairaudient or clairvoyant, it doesn't come up that way, right? So don't worry about that. Trust your soul and listen into your soul. Get very quiet. Next from Jenny, what are my spiritual gifts and how do I connect with them? From the lifetime of Lemuria, that's what's coming up right now. We have the Weaver, Beyond Time, Remembering Infinity. So many things I'm getting from your soul right now and your higher self consciousness. Let's ask for, how do we serve with these gifts? Okay. First of all, something's holding back your passion for it. You generally are deeply connected, like with the ocean, the ebb and flow of things. You're connected with your gifts, but your passion is quelled. When you get a karmic card and it's upside down like that, it means your passion is just kind of not there for you. You're veiled from them right now because you're letting your passion be quelled by other distractions. And you keep kind of creating the excuses like, they need me. Sound familiar? That's what your guidance is saying. So you need you. Got some Lilith here around you today. You need you. And when you start giving you that attention, those gifts are going to become more apparent. So you hear, you do have clear audience, but it's coming through so naturally that you're real typical telepath. You think you're just making it up. Okay, Illy, let's see. She says, there are so many doubts in my mind, but taking everything, my past readings with you into consideration, flow like water. But any messages coming in for me, this has to be the biggest change in my life so far. Yeah, it will feel that way when you've had a lifetime of karmic effect. Let me see what the purpose card deck says for you. All right. Oh, this is so appropriate. In the future position, it came up as passion of the wild red mother. So this is like the divine feminine, deep ecstasy, understanding your body, understanding your sexuality, your body, getting used to you as a woman. Right now, I would suggest deep tantric practices, ancient tantric practices, not, the stuff in California that people are claiming they're tantric masters and they don't even know what it's about beyond the body. I mean, the body and the soul, bridging with the spirit, all of that. In conjunction with that, we got the blood angel card. Those two things go together because the blood angel is about discovering parts of yourself and the law of sacrifice. So the law of sacrifice in mystical law is when you can go deeply into yourself and receive a beautiful, beautiful gift. And then simultaneously, there will be things you need to sacrifice or give up, things about yourself that you felt kept you safe even. There will be things just kind of releasing from you this month. All right? Releasing from you. Just go with the flow and understand you're out of control in this, but you need to let go of some things that you thought, and some of those things are big things. Okay, Adelaide says, what doesn't my spirit want me to know? Well, your spirit wants you to know everything. Your spirit always wants you to know and to get beyond the addiction to knowing is what I'm hearing as well. She said, today I woke up to a man sleeping in my living room. He found a spare key outside. Is this a sign for me to move? Archangel Michael said, did you need a signier sign? He wouldn't even let me pull a card. He's like, and here's your sign. It's very signy. It's very fancy. It's time to go. I'm going to pull karmic effect, dharmic effect cards for you as well to kind of corroborate what he's saying. Okay. New moon, new life, new promise to yourself. Releasing, this is a dharma card. So releasing old karma in relation to love and relationships, releasing old karma with that. Yes, it's time to go. You understand his messages? We had Michael here for you today. Gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Who is my main spirit guide? We'll pull from the Rumi card for you, and I'll see who I can feel about who's coming through for you, Sandra. Getting Yeshua. But there's a lot. There's a lot of main ones, particularly Yeshua, though. Let's see, spirit guide, please show up in this card. Oh, blessing of Al-Hakim. Such beautiful art there. Dipping into that moon consciousness of Lilith coming through as a secondary guide as well. Okay, I'm just scrolling all over the place because I don't want you guys to think that I'm just, not doing anybody's stuff here. Would love to know what my next step in life should be from Peter. Let's do a purpose. Let's pull from my soul contract purpose deck in the Rumi Oracle. Okay, I love this card. The Star Mother Arrakis, from what I understand so far, represents being victorious in your purpose, and it came side by side with the Cloak of the Christ, representing the Christed consciousness, moving through with the purpose of unity. Let's pull a little bit with the Dharmic Karmic Effect cards. Okay, there's a blessing that you're ignoring. You are lifting through veils, but you're not in harmony with some gifts that you have that are very musical and artistic and creative, and you've been ignoring that blessing according to both of these cards. So when you're put in a position where you have to worry about money too much, which is a lot of people right now after the COVID times, it's understandable that you'd be concerned about what you're concerned about. However, the artist in you is being suppressed, and you're the one doing the suppressing, not life itself. Okay, please give me a hint on my next move in life, coming in from Anna. I'm going to pull from the purpose cards on that one. And don't forget, you can ask questions about spiritual development. They don't always have to be, if you've got something on your mind regarding spiritual development, modalities, techniques, connecting to your soul more, you can ask that as well. You don't have to always ask psychic questions. It doesn't have to be that. Okay, next step is figure out twin flame. The lover and the beloved card comes up. So healing some energy there. How are you feeling about love? Next question from Carolyn. What is the difference between from negative energy and high intense feeling? Negative energy is typically stagnating, or you will have a fight, flight, or freeze response. Negative energy just typically makes you stop and question your own divinity. Negative energy can also come across as gaslighting. Negative energy in general is like something that sucks on you. It's a sucking, pulling, draining feeling. Okay. High intense feeling can also do that if you haven't nurtured yourself. If you haven't been really in yoga, it means to yoke the mind, the body, and the soul. And if you haven't been practicing that unity, it becomes very, very difficult to not get drained from high intense feelings as well. But high intense feelings typically uplift you. But if you don't receive love well and you're not used to those higher states, they can also drain you. There's just a different draining, because the draining with negative energy is the feeling of you start questioning yourself, doubting. If you start becoming critical or resentful or angry or defensive, that's typically from negative energy, versus just general feelings of feeling drained in the same way of if you went to a amusement park for half a day or a full day and you come home tired, or you have a nice beach day and there's a lot of high intense ocean energy, but you need to rest afterwards. That isn't energy that hurts you. That's just energy that drained all the stuff from you that wasn't serving. So now you kind of are not used to feeling empty, so you rest. People rest when they come into the concept of feeling empty, because humans are taught and conditioned to fill everything up, to never really be empty out, to be emptied out. So that's why we don't typically know the difference, So do you get what I'm saying? Okay. Sandy here. What are the lessons in my current challenges? Okay, I'm going to pull out a karmic dharmic effect spread for you and see what's coming up. Not nurturing yourself is the current challenge. It's like, no, I must survive, survival mode, and ignoring the blessings that come. But if you stop and you open up to the blessings that are present, that's helpful. You're not really spending as much time alone as per this karmic solitude island. You need that, but you're not giving it to yourself. It's kind of the current setup as well, and living circumstances, whatever that is, the guides are saying for that is the reason. But regardless, um, you're not letting that come through. All right. Let's see. Prisma Crystalla says, I am feeling defeated in my life right now. Oh my goodness. I'm hoping we can get some positive, empowering messages for you on many fronts at the same time. What does life or spirit or divine source want to show me or tell me? I feel overwhelmed with pain. Let's look at that. Let's look at the karmic dharmic effect. Lack of communion with the great spirit of the sky. There are ancient elders calling you. The eagle card upside down represents lack of communion with your soul and the great spirit of the sky and the wind and the air. Release pain from this. Stop telling yourself you're stuck. That is a big old curse and a lie. When people say that to a mystic, we will always stop you because it's not true. All right, so release this. Release the karmic effect from the family. You're going to be healing ancestral and family wounds this month. Okay, but you can't keep doing what being in that space of what they want you to do and simultaneously releasing the pain of sheltering yourself and repressing yourself based upon who other people want you to be. Those two things don't fit in the same container, right? It's like family stuff still whispering in your ear. The devil on the shoulder is what Halal is saying. Halal is your guide right now coming through. The devil on the shoulder is saying, be this, do that. No, this is the right thing. We don't have time for that. Those two, freedom and shame, don't fit in the same container. They don't fit in the healing container. Okay. NM, Natalia, please let me know what will happen or what to do with my current job. See, don't ask what to do with the current job. If you don't like it, you already know it's time to go. You're just asking because you don't trust the answer is what I'm hearing from your higher self. And moving won't stop that, but you know that that's Arkansas, right? AK, is that correct? Because while moving won't stop this, there's something here related to the job where you know it's time to go. You just know. So let's pull up AK's Alaska. I'm so sorry. What is Arkansas? AR. Thank you. Alaska. Okay, go on a vision quest. Connect with the fairies. Stop dimming your light. You need more light. Literally, like this is both the oracle message of this is literal and figurative, more light internally and externally. So when you ask for that vision quest and you let the Fae guide you, you may come across some similar answers here. It is time to move, but light also is internal. And we can't expect that to change just because we move, but it is definitely time to go. And it's time to get a different job. All these things are coming in at once. We got the Merciful Mother Jamal and the Purpose card. And this is going to be really important to listen. The Merciful Divine Mother really, really asking you to be more vulnerable and stop worrying about the future. Okay. Let's see. Bam. You want a general message, I guess, because you didn't put anything in there. That's Sandra. Hey, I know you. We met on Discord. Did you guys know that Patreon has a Discord channel? You get your own Discord channel and talk to me. It's so fun. Okay, what do you need to know? Let's see if we pull up any karmic dharmic effect. Purifying is what we get. The energy of volatility is releasing itself from you and purifying through the energy of water. Purifying old karmic DNA from other lifetimes is going to be really strong because it's like it's not helping in this lifetime either. So essentially speaking with this, there's a lot of energy coming through with releasing volatility, anger, shame, doubt, inner criticism, inner negative talk. It's the biggest thing. Let's see, Elise W. I think I'm going to pull a purpose card for you because that's what your guardian angel is saying we should do. Let's see what's coming up for Elise. Okay. Motion, movement, exercise is coming up first as per the whirling goddess, and then resplendent with grace, tapping into. And what I'm hearing from your soul is returning to the belief that everything is good. You had that when you were a kid. Kids know these things, they know that everything is good. And no, that's not burying your head in the sand. I hear that from the new agers who follow my work, that they're like, well, if you believe that everything is good, then you are a turtle in the sand. Okay, we know that actions of this world aren't good. We know that evil definitely exists, but there's an eternal goodness to every divine being, and there's no such thing as other, according to universal law and mystical law, right? It's okay. It's okay to tap into the grace of piety. No, that's not a religious word. That is an original ancient word that means innocence and goodness. Remember that, because that's who you are. Don't let this world take that from you. Let's see. Ashley, does the ascended soul have a message on my soul contracts currently? She said, woohoo, you're letting yourself be on track without being mean with too much masculinity, without over actioning everything. And things are starting to flow. However, despite the fact that we pulled a nice passion card, fire element coming through, you also have been kind of like not connecting to the healer side of you. It's like we as humans go through this thing where we're like, it's only this one thing forever and ever and ever, not these other things. They have to be on the back burner because they're not the forever thing anymore. And your connection with plants, your connection with medicine, your connection with the earth, not really where you want it to be. And that's okay. That's okay. But to be fair in your situation, you are serving powerfully and letting yourself flow, but understand that you don't have to just pick one thing, is what I'm hearing from your ascendant. So I don't have to just pick one shiny, that it's okay for me not to define myself just because everybody else is. It's okay for me not to do it the way other people do it and not to serve the way other people serve. It's okay to be different, even if it's not popular. Okay. Let me see here. Brandon Caldwell, any messages from my spirit? Now, in your case, it's time for a little more action. It's time for a little bit more of that divine masculine coming through. Let's pull some karmic dharmic effect. Okay, so you are like a person of typical wolf instinct, wanting to kind of like seclude yourself and be a loner. And that's not working for you as per this karmic effect card, because when you go through this and it's working for you, it would be this way, but it came across this way, which means that you actually do need people and you don't want to receive help and support right now. This is not a nurturing position for you, and you're not shifting into who you're really going to be, because people do really need each other. You're not here to do this alone. Okay. Amanda, please let me know a message from my spirit for the next phase of my journey. The ancestors are crying, I'm hearing. Your ancestors are crying. Going against the ebb and the flow of your true divine nature, trying to please people, worried about children. There's a lot of things coming up. Let's pull a purpose card from the other oracle deck and instead to kind of look at this. It comes up as Enter the Garden of Delights. What a beautiful card. Connect with nature, but delight is also your grace. What sparks you? What lights you up? Because you've got it way over here right now. And that needs to be here right now, but you've got it way out here. Okay, next from Olivia S. How can I bring in my divine masculine partner how can I bring in my divine masculine partner into a loving, satisfying, committing partnership? When masculine energy is in effect, it requires more femininity. Where's yours? Mary says. Where's yours? She's kind of in this fist shaking mode right now about love. What is that? She who offers the sacred wine. So when you're offering it, but you're not drinking it, it says that. She who offers the sacred wine, so drink. Where you can't be offering, giving all the time, but not receiving. There's no receptivity here. Be that best partner that you can be for yourself. Don't worry about attracting the masculine. Just be the feminine and the masculine will come. Just like the movie. Be it and they will come. Wait a minute. Was build it and they will come. But you know what I mean. Oh, let's see. What else we got here? What am I missing as to why I can't connect directly with my guides? Who's the most present right now? They're very intense and electrifying. Your guides are elemental. Let's verify that with the Rumi Oracle deck and see which element. Elemental guides don't come up in this way where they're like, hey, yo, I'm here. Here's an angel number. From nothing to everything. That's a very mystical card. And when you understand that, you need to go deeper, go cosmic, get beyond personality, get beyond expecting your guys to say specific words and ask for your cosmic guidance is what I'm hearing. Go beyond what you think spirit guides even are. Okay? Billy Magic. Any message from my spirit guide? Let's see what comes in. And if you guys are enjoying these, please do like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton to let me know what you're enjoying on this channel and what you're not. Okay. I got this Phoenix rising energy that is really open in the feminine right now. And it's not just Yogananda's there. It's the whole crested lineage that comes through even before Yogananda was born. So we have Lahiri, we have Babaji, the whole sacred heart energy of the feminine coming through the masculine. This is not effortless for you. You went in this based upon volatility and anger around you, not necessarily that you were angry, but it has not been effortless. There has been a lot of purification needed and still going on. So that's okay. Right now, don't pay attention to the volatility around you. That's not your stuff. Understand that you can't change other people's projections, is what I'm hearing from Lahiri. He is very direct like that. He just tells you. Let's see. E says, any advice on finding a new home? I am staying with my parents temporarily and it feels like my life is on hold. From Afia. Oh, okay. Hey, I remember you. Where have you been? I miss you. It took me like 6 months to even learn how to pronounce your name. Let's see what the karmic dharmic effect on finding a new home. Guys are definitely saying release something with dad, Afia. That's coming up before I even get a chance to pull a card. Release something with dad and you're lifting this fog surrounding dad's stuff and getting a new perspective. But the unfolding of the new home is like you're not really making a choice. You're just throwing it out there saying whatever is available. We want you to pick 3 homes and just say it has to be something, because typically with you, the first 3 things are the right things. Those are, you're going to get karmic effect in any choice, but I get this unfoldment card that's upside down as a deeper karmic thing of you just not allowing it to unfold. So pick 3 and go for it within those top 3. I know you feel that the lack of availability is a problem, but if you bring this through in a different way, you're going to suddenly get the type of homes that you need available. All right. Let's pull another card to look deeper into this. Just one little message here. Okay. Blood angel, recognizing that something requires sacrifice and being too afraid of what happens, not with the dad, but with either mom or grandmom. Being too afraid of that particular sacrifice involved in what will happen with some female around when you move. Okay. Let's see. Karen Young. I'm going to pull from the Earth Oracle card deck for you for a general message. Okay, no boundaries. You used to be really good at boundaries. What happened? What came across to close your mind towards the big picture of boundaries? Your divine light is going to shine further when your boundaries are still where they are. And just because you need boundaries doesn't mean that that it's going to change. When you pull forth more divine light, you're going to need more of the boundaries. And you're going to see, and that's required for seeing the big picture. But you've recently let someone pull you into their pain and projections and gaslighting. You don't have time for that. Okay, Sophie Sun. Are there any messages from my spirit guides or higher self? Let's see what's coming through. Don't eat that, I hear. Okay. What have you been... You had diet going really well there for a bit. What happened? Did you decide to get up and eat something crappy? What is this message? This is only you will know. But the body is very, very important right now, because there is a shamanic elder around saying that there's a submerged consciousness that you haven't tapped into, and you're holding yourself back from shifting into who you need to be. It's just, and some of it has to do with body stuff and diet and healing the body. Let's see who we got next. Jacqueline Durling says, who and what was the purpose of the scam call from the other day with a clinical trial? I'll pull on this, but I think for what I'm hearing is you're making this into something that it's not. There is a little bit of, do you trust your body? Because it pulled you in to the whole, do I trust my body? I'm hearing that is the interesting thing that was going on, because your body's been really caving in on you these past 2 years. Even it's been a long time, and there was like a little bit of a false hope there, and it shifted you out of trusting your own DNA, trusting your body to do its job. Because right when it gets right back into that, it's like I get a little hope of something outside of me to fix me. No, something outside isn't what's going to do. Acceptance is what's going to heal this, right? Let's see. I'm going to do some automatic writing for this one. Stacy says, who are my guides? I feel the platings a lot. Let's see. Shayana is actually Pleiadian Lemurian. So the name comes across a little bit like this, Shayana. This is the guide around today. When people say, who are my guides? When you ask that to a mystic, we kind of go, are you kidding? It would be like if you're the main player of a football game and all the people are in the stands cheering, going, go you, because that's what the guides are like. And you're like, so which one of you is my guide? And they're all like, what are you talking about? There's 5,000 of us. This is a Super Bowl and you are the star. Right? There really are a lot. In terms of serving with your purpose, let's pull a purpose card from the Rumi Oracle deck for you today. Celestial Rose of Ma, divine feminine, heart healing, deep ritual purification. You are a ritual person. In this case, the rose is definitely the divine feminine, Christ consciousness, goddess energy, and healing. That's how you serve for you. Macy Dunbar says, I am new to this. That's okay. Not sure if my question went through. Would love to connect with the whales and check on our mission, maybe. Toy Lolita, the orca. Oh, hi, Miss Orca. All right. I'm hearing her sounds. The sounds are incredible. Do you hear her sounds sometimes? Here we go. Okay. Cosmic Heart comes through really clearly that the whales are there as Syrian beings. So you're there to help understand a galactic mission in relation to the Syrians. And that's going to be a really powerful thing for you this year to go deeper into understanding how to clear the ocean. Some people are here not for healing people, but for healing waters and blessing waters. So that's one of your things. Let's see. Does Zach have any connection to the Hindu culture? He has been seeing symbols linked to it recently. You got to trust what you're seeing because I'm feeling ancestral lineage. Let's see what the karmic dharmic effect cards have to say as well. Okay. Yeah. Ancestors, generational. Yes, is your answer. But what now? Right? Go into ceremony with this. Go into, it won't be effortless for you, but go into it. Trust it. Suzanne says, why can I not connect with my guides and what was the purpose of suddenly needing emergency gallbladder surgery? Okay, let's look at karmic dharmic effect. See, before I say that, I will say this because this is a very general mystical answer for just about everybody. You've been taught in modern spiritual teachings to believe that connecting with the guides means seeing something or hearing something external of you. They are not external of you. They're not, and they never were. And when you get that, you stop looking for signs, you stop looking for seeing and hearing and this indirect, the connecting with them in this indirect way. And then it will just become really natural for you, right? Let's ask about the gallbladder thing though for Suzanne. What was that all about? Oh, wow. So you had stored up, now you've released it, but you had stored up a lot of volatility, a lot of pain. You had stored that up for years, and now you're shifting out of it, loving yourself. So much coming up with loving yourself and not just expecting anything from anyone, but actually just giving it to yourself. All of that was the contract there for releasing that. It feels like a mystical initiation in a sense as well, because this forces you into really loving yourself. When you don't have a gallbladder, you can't eat like crap. No, I don't think that you were. I'm not getting that from you. That's why this probably came as a deep surprise. But you certainly have to change certain things. And it's most people who remove their gallbladders will be better off going vegan and kind of getting more natural foods, right? And you don't have too much of a choice after that. And then that opens up the physical to being able to connect more with the guides. Sometimes we work top down in our karma is what I'm hearing for you, is that when we open up the body, then we connect to our guides more. And that becomes a mystical initiation in that experience. Do you understand? Yeah, a lot there. Merging energy says, what indicators should I take notice of when my spirit guides are trying to get my attention? There's a smell for you. There's a guide around in particular, and some people just smell things when guides are around. And wind, you're very connected to the element of wind, so I feel like that's going to come up as well. I'm going to pull some dharmic cards to see. Now you work best in love, in the container of love, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean relationship, but this is coming up for you as a reason. You work best when deeply in love, and it doesn't matter if it's romantic. Most people say that means romance, but you work best when deeply nurturing yourself with love in any way possible. So that's the guidance to try to feel that out more. Okay. But typically it's a smell factor for you, or it's wind in trees, wind on your face, breath related things, everything with wind and voice. They're not a numbers game for you. You won't be getting all the angel numbers and stuff. Sally says, do I have too many limiting beliefs around money? Well, let's pull a Karma Dharma card around money. So your work, I got good and bad news. We got the new beginning card upside down for a reason. For those of you who don't know how oracle cards work, when they're upside down, that's karmic effect. So in this way, you're not allowing yourself a new beginning in career and in your talents. Your talents are strong, but you're used to being treated and paid a certain way and kind of like taken care of in a certain way. And you are squelching your own beginning by saying, but I'm very attached to money and I like things to be a certain way and I like being taken care of. You're meant to create in your career in a way that helps you take care of you. So you're not really connecting to your fortitude and your strength in this way, even though you pulled the Dharma card to show that you have this in your DNA to be a self-employed master. You're not actually into sales or selling yourself. And it's very interesting, particularly in spiritual communities, when people are like, oh no, you just put out a bunch of stuff and the people just find you naturally, you will attract it. Really? Have you seen how many spiritual people are out there? Most people are looking at spirituality like YouTube fast food. Whoever just happens to land on your homepage that day gets seen, right? So that's not necessarily true. You need to be practicing your talents, and you have a lot of them, but you are a self-employed person and you're not taking on the game of understanding that you do need to sell your craft and that you do need to accept money for it. And in order to accept money for something, you have to sell it. That is the name of the game in a dualistic world, which, by the way, the majority of us are still in. There's money. Your money's going to come along somewhere, right? And you're scared of sales. And this isn't going to work. Every business requires it. You're so talented. So talented. Okay. Let's see who else is here. Patty M, any messages from my guide? Let's pull. I feel like it has to do with purpose. Cut a tie with a male sibling or uncle. Cutting a tie with a male family member. It's not dad or grandpa, but the way that the energy stands, it looks like sibling or uncle. Let's see what we can confirm what that's about. Okay. Okay, so connecting more to your divine feminine. There's like all these males around saying, be this way, be this way. It's like male-driven career, male-driven family, male-driven friends. Nothing wrong with that, but you're missing feminine in your own life. So it's not that they're bad or that they mean well, bad. I'm sure they mean well, but you got two divine feminine cards coming up. Why? Because we're kind of putting that on the back burner, right? Let's see. What do I need to do to take my healing to the next level? Okay. I'm going to pull from the Earth Oracle card for you. Amanda. And do you mean like healing for yourself, healing for others? Because it's both for you. We got a lot of healers that come to my channel, and you're one of the stronger ones. You're a strong healer. Okay. Heal. You are doing this, but when it comes to money, you're healing grief. You've connected grief to money somehow. And that's blocking your actual sight. And you do have the ability to see clearly in the psychic realms and beyond them. But because you're connecting a grief with money and not healing that, the sight came up as a karmic card right now. All right. And that's what we need to work on. Yeah. Let's see here. From Robin V, any comments from my spirit time regarding the timing of my upcoming move this fall? So many things are like breaking along the way. Do you understand what they're saying, Robin? The guides are like, yes, 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 or she's gonna move, but it's like in the meantime, it's not convenient because there's stuff that you need to take care of and stuff is literally breaking. This wasn't a metaphorical message all around you. Don't let that stop you is the biggest message. Keep shining your divine light. Don't let that pull you into lack of awareness or changing your awareness about the situation. You still need to go. Don't let anything hold you. All right. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I have so much to say about that in terms of mystical development and spell casting and curses. This one says, have I managed to get rid of a dark spell cast by a former friend? Sometimes that's misconstrued. The energy that they have towards you is just negative pain and betrayal and thoughts because they haven't grieved something in relation to their own projection about you and their projection towards you. Do you understand what your guides are saying? And it's that versus a dark spell. We need to be very careful in the belief of dark spells and curses because the more you believe in their disempowerment, you know what I'm about to say, the mystical law of resistance and persistence. What you resist persist. So it doesn't mean resist it if you start resisting it in this way by saying it could still be there, that's a resistance too. So just by saying, okay, if they want to do that, that's their stuff. They're projecting their stuff onto me and I do not accept. I do not accept, right? That's different than resisting. Saying, I am in the flow of my own energy. I am in the flow of my soul. Um, and I do not receive spells or curses, nor do I believe in them. That would be something that we could look at instead, because otherwise it can creep back in when it's just the whole situation is just left and it was also deeply misunderstood in the first place. Do you get it, what they're saying? Okay, Carolyn Barber, I feel to pull from the Purpose card deck right now is where I'm guided. Your cosmic nature wants to come through. The cosmic self wants to talk today. That's beyond higher self, which is the most mastered version of your soul. The cosmic self is like ultimate spirit. Okay. You're working through this. This is an enlightenment card from nothing to everything. You know that feeling of I've lost everything, so what could there possibly be to gain? You're about to see, and it's going to be mind-blowing. Literally. Okay. I'm a trained body worker, been on break for 2 years. What to do now? Oh, hey, Chrissy. Are you're from, is it Colorado? Let's see. Let's see what, there's some karmic effect here. Let's see what's going on with Chrissy. Okay, you've been in your cave for too darn long. The cave card comes up. I'm hearing the Sophia energy come through for you. And she says, get out of that cave. This is why it came through upside down. It's like, stop it, get out. I wasn't even able to pull the whole spread before this came out, that your perspective is that my body's failing me. And you and I've talked about this before, but your breath, you know this, your breath is what's going to heal it. Breath and sound are what heals it for you always. It's not going to be your crystals this time, they're saying. I also feel like I want to pull a purpose card right now as well, that's coming up of like maybe doubting or kind of not trusting your purpose right now. And my gosh, when you're that talented, you just can't not. Beyond death and into life. You are not dying. That's what I'm hearing from Sophia. Tell her she is not dying. Because sometimes when you feel like your body's caving on you, you just say, well, what's the point? But you're not. And you need to hear that today. Okay, let's see. I need guidance in all areas of my life from HST Saints. I'm going to pull from the Earth Oracle deck first. Okay. See, you've got lifetimes of Himalayan background. You know this, but it's coming through for me like a deep lineage of Tibetan culture, ancient Buddhism, like, and like, oh my goodness, Cambodian Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism, everything Buddhism. Let's see, what's the Dharma here as well? Okay, yeah, see, we even got the lotus flower coming up as your Dharma card. What stopped you? Did someone say don't? Did someone say, I don't like how you do that? What male figure told you not to shine? I'm not buying it. Because it's, as you know, it's source that's shining. The summer radiance card came up side by side with this. This is the time. This is the time, but you're not releasing like a deep misunderstanding in terms of a teaching or a teacher. And that caused, like, that teacher or teaching did not see the bigger picture as per this karmic card here. They did not bring about the relief that you were needing in that circumstance. And now you get to be nurtured from Divine Mother. Now Divine Sound gets to nurture you. Connect to the mountains. Go to the mountain and be there for a while is what I'm hearing from your elders. Go to the mountain and be there for a while. Offer the water to the landlords. I don't know what that means really, but you will. And they don't mean like, well, I mean, in America, there's a deeper, like Tibetan meaning with this guy when they say offer water to the landlords. Do you understand what they're saying? You will. Okay. Let me see here. Sarah McCall, is there any messages regarding career or love? Spirit guide Kamala comes up from ancient Egypt. Actually, Syria. Syria. She's from Assyria. Celebrate career shifting. It's shifting. It's like musical chairs just happened in your career. And what you thought, like, it's like you're taking on a role that you didn't think you could do, but you wanted and you were curious about. That will be happening soon and is in the present moment to celebrate. So interesting shift, role shift is what I'm hearing. You haven't really been vigilant when it comes to love in taking care of that aspect of your life, and it's time to put more attention towards it. It's just like, like what I'm hearing from the guides here is when you have a garden, you can't not water it, no matter how busy you are. So it's important, no matter what's going on in your career, to try to make that happen. All right. From KK, which ascended beings and masters work with me? From Quran. I'm hearing Rumi, which is interesting because we have the Rumi Oracle. A long lineage of Syrians and Sufi masters, Syrian beings and Sufi masters. Okay. Let love transform you is the message today. Divine love. Don't worry so much about romantic love. Divine love, working on that. What advice on my next move in my career? What action to take? From Maria, let's pull some Dharma Karma cards. I'm going to have to close here in a couple minutes, guys. So please, if you don't mind, I'm going to close out with the super chats and with the people currently waiting as well. But I will stop very soon. So no more of the lovely tips, even though they are wonderful, because I won't get to them all. What I'm feeling is lack of awareness, lack of self healing, that the career is not very nurturing and is not keeping you connected to your divine light. So your divine light needs special attention right now. And you have a teacher archetype that you are avoiding. So you need to be in teaching. And it doesn't mean become a teacher of a school teacher, that you get to decide what that looks like. That may or may not be true for you. Teaching in any department that you relate to, in any capacity that you relate to. Inside on love and family, I find myself very alone. Okay. I'm going to use the Earth Magic deck to kind of tap in and see what's going on. Okay. So when it comes to love, it's time for a new beginning, and you know exactly why. This is just a confirmation. You need to emerge into your new self, and without that new beginning, you can't actually be grounded with your own persona and your own needs. Okay. Family, I feel with family, we need to pull from a different deck. So I'm going back to Earth Oracle for that one. Okay. It's like a fall from grace from that one. This came up as a karmic effect card. Working with the shadows that are there for your benefit when it comes to divine love, because love is on the table for you in family, and reconciliation is the word I'm hearing, that is on the table for you with family. But right now, it's like you need time to really relook at things. You need some space. So there's a little bit of a distance and then a coming back together and reconciliation. Okay. Why do I feel constantly burned out and tired? Okay. All right. Lack of creation. Guys, you can't be creative, talented people and just be sitting there not doing anything about it because you're worried. So many people worried about money right now. I get what's going on in the world, but it's holding you back from shifting and moving and being the creative person that you need to be. Now, luckily, we did get a Dharmic card come up as well. Open up to the flower of the lotus, unfold yourself in any artistic endeavor, and then that will reestablish that energy. I'm going to pull a purpose card to see if we can kind of corroborate and that. And Hand of Fatima. So this comes up as in need of divine guidance. You're not asking for the divine. You're just trying to do on your own. But when you ask for the Hand of Fatima, that comes up as being like, I need a miracle to stop being burned out. I literally need my life to calm down, and only a divine act of grace would come down. You see that hand? She's reaching up. That hand isn't reaching down. She's reaching up to Lady Fatima, right? Sometimes we just don't ask for help, and then we wonder why we aren't receiving it. It's okay to ask. It's going to be not only okay, but really, really relevant. Okay, Nancy Pollock says, I am a vocal sound and energy healer. Will we be able to access different tones in the new energies to help serve others? I'm feeling add more galactic and cosmic energy to your sound healings, add more synthesized sound, add more truly galactic sounds, and that's what your guides are saying is going to help. But I'm also pulling some karmic dharmic cards, so look at the karmic dharmic effect. A deeper understanding of knowing that you need to be outside of boundaries. Boundaries in the sound healing field are not really going to be relevant. Like, what I mean by that is incoming boundaries, not your outgoing boundaries, but the incoming boundaries of other people saying, play this way, do this way. You need to understand that their boundary means something to you. You are outside of the way that most people do sound healing. So it's not going to bring you any relief when you're trying to accommodate what other people think of sound healing. You are weird. So let your weird flag fly. That's what I'm hearing. Let your weird flag fly. Let that be. It's okay. All right. Goodness. Wendy Cakes, you need a trip to Arizona pronto. That's what your guys are saying. I don't know what it means. All right. I'm going to close up because we've been at it for a little over an hour. Yes, I do. To answer your question, I do these on my Patreon all the time, in all sorts of classes. Any challenge I have, I give time to ask questions, but primarily at what I call the live spiritual development Q&A. It's a time where everybody gets to do this and go deeper. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Don't forget about the galactic theme this month. The theme for this month is, oh my goodness, I linked it to the top of the chat. It just like flew. That's how I can tell I'm tired because I just can't think anymore. Interviews with the galactic rebels. So we're going to be channeling the light and shadow side of the galactic. So you think about Pleiades and 5D. Well, the rebels of the Pleiades actually have something to tell you. You think Draconi, oh no, they hurt humans. Well, rebels that don't. So let's talk to them and see what's going on. Let's see the light side of their darkness. It's going to be fun to kind of open up as opposed to dualizing um, our intervention, our connections to the galactic races. And I'm going to be doing that all month. The first one coming up is called Dispelling Myths and Legends. So we're going to be talking about and channeling the Sasquatch, leprechauns, unicorns, everything that you think don't exist. What is a myth and what is a legend, and what is real, and what are the light and shadow side of each of those alleged mythical beings as well. We're going to be doing that one tomorrow at 9 a.m. on the Patreon channel. Anya just linked that there for you at the bottom of your chat, but it's also at the top of it. We'll be doing these sorts of things all month long. So that's fun. Patreon's only $13. I try to keep it pretty low cost for everyone, but that's where I've been doing the majority of my channelings. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And I'll see you probably here again soon next weekend. Bye.